absolute dream come true.
That's what I think is great about Chris and Travis is they're not just dreamers, they're also executors. So they know what they want and they know how to make it happen. And yes, maybe it took a while to get there, but ultimately they never gave up, and that I think is what drove none of us to give up. I mean, at least I know I've been a part of it for 2 years. These guys have been a part of it for almost 4. So it's for me like to just like I felt like I joined a family coming a part of it.
In certain senses, yes. Even Cassidy's character, who is not as kind and, you know, just a mean girl, she's still, you know, one of the, I think all of our personalities kind of show through, and even the sides of us that we don't want to be a part of. Like, I think Pfeifer, the character Pfeifer, wanted to be in control, and in real life, one of the, you know, deep down, sometimes I want to be in control. And so, and Ryan's character, I think, seemed to be the most true.
Which is so sad. Let's keep in mind it's been 4 years, so I started a while ago, and I may have matured.
I think so.
A little bit? Oh, you mean like why the characters went in there? That was just a rebel thing. That was just being...
Wanting to just cause destruction, and just also, I think I'm motivated by how much I don't like Pfeifer.
Yeah.
Which again, like, I get certain things aren't true. Obviously, like, I love her in real life, but you know, certain things that jive us all, but ultimately, like, we're all just terrified.
Mine had a dual motivation of like helping my best friend get out of the play.
I think the fear of the situation in the film that we were put in, naturally to anybody, no matter how much you hated someone, when you are that alone and that scared and your life is at risk, I think you come together and put all differences aside. And so once we were all locked in there, you kind of have to come together. We have to help each other out because that's our only option.
Well, we came together way before that.
Yeah, also, I mean, I think we had great chemistry right at the audition, right off the bat, and we came best friends, really. And I think
Really
that played out so much better in whenever we started working together, because there was no hesitations doing anything with each other.
Yeah.
You know, we could just jump right into it, scream at each other, cry with each other, laugh with each other. It just came to us so naturally because we all got along so well.
I think it was I finally understood it when I actually saw the movie.
Yeah, right.
Because it was over the course of so many years that ultimately you kind of we learned to trust Chris and Travis. We would understand, but ultimately we knew that they had a reason for everything they told us to do. Nothing was just not pinpointed.
We really played each scene was just like, it was that specific scene. So they would give us instructions. We didn't really know where we were in the film necessarily. They're like, this is what you're feeling, this is why, and do what you can, but it was kind of just like in the moment acting. The script was like 30 pages long, and scripts are usually like 90 to 120, and this is like 30 pages of just like, you guys are in the auditorium, and something happens, and you're like, great. Are there any lines?
You don't even know if you're gonna live the next page that you shoot.
You're like, what am I gonna say?
And if there were any lines, they would wait until the day when we got there to give them to us, so that we weren't overthinking or getting into our heads and thinking, oh, well, a couple days from now, I've got this scene that I'm gonna have to work on. It was just, you're gonna stay in your moment for today, right now.
Yeah, it really allowed our characters to be genuine, because we'd find something out and then the camera would start rolling and we're confused or we're angry or we're scared or we're sad, and it would truly show. We didn't have to prep for it. It was just our natural emotions. They were able to put the first cut of a trailer on YouTube, and Dean Schneider with Management 360 came across it, and that's really where it all started, and where our hope started becoming a reality, and we actually had reason to have such strong hope.
I love the collaboration, and I love the team effort. Like, this has been the ultimate teamwork film, where it's been so long, you know, but you then read outside with these other films, they're like, yeah, I've been trying to get this thing produced for the last 15 years, and you're like, oh, I guess I didn't
I feel
even
like an
really
idiot
do
for
any.
complaining.
Yeah, for 4 years, you kidding me? But I'm just excited to start collaborating with more people and seeing where it takes us all.
You really do learn by the people that you're working with, and that's what I think every actor hopes, is that ultimately, like all of us, I think we learn from each other every single day. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, like that's how I always felt on set, was like when you were playing opposite someone that is so much better than you at certain things, it only helps you to grow as well.
Yeah,
What is it? Seas, tides raise all boats. High tides raise all boats. Whenever we all doing,
like it. I don't
whenever
know.
we're all doing well, we all, if one person's doing this well, we all just rose to the occasion.
I think so much of it was probably the enthusiasm that Chris and Travis held. Just their vision and just what they brought to us every day, and their hope, I think, kept us going and made us believe so much more. This can be so much more than what we
was encouraging.
might think it might be.
And it gave us like expectations to work towards, you know, like you just didn't know what was going to be next year. Like maybe if I listen to him, something good will happen.
Yeah.
And look where we are now. It did.